Boom, we're back on the YouTube grind. Off work today. I don't have a training day, so I thought I might as well make a YouTube video and kind of show where I'm at, what I'm eating, take you through a little session, training push today. Now that session might be at my normal gym working, or I might, because I'm recording a video and I want to train there, go to the dock. But I will bring you along and show you anyways. This meal is going in a little bit later than usual. It's about 7:20 now. I usually get this in at about 7, but I was home late last night from work, and then that like pushed everything, so I still need to get my sleep. So woke up a little bit late because I didn't obviously have to get up again for work. So yeah, here is meal number 1 going in. So we have 700, so like a litre and a half of water, but like half of it is decaf coffee, half is a hydration. And then we have 60 grams of ESN rice pudding, 45 grams of Perform Whey, 2 slices of bread and sourdough, 4 turkey bacon, some spinach, and a kiwi. So that's my train. Look like a fucking Pokemon trainer with that trim. But that is my current meal 1. Probably one of, it says about every meal, but favourite meal of the day. But for like a breakfast, this is perfect. You get like a nice crunch from the toast. You get the like kind of like porridgey, kind of hearty breakfast that built this nation over the last fucking 50 million years. And then you get a nice little bit of fruit from the kiwi. So yeah, it's good. I will inhale this because I'm like trying to get a load of shit done. I also had all my vitamins and I've done my fasted cardio. Currently still doing 25 minutes fasted cardio every day. So yeah, I will join you with the pre-workout meal. Workout meal going in, so hopefully you can see this. There's 160 grams of chicken, packet of jasmine rice, half a pack of sticky rice, so 100 grams of peppers, 50 grams of beetroot, 30 grams of honey, and the fat source is 10 grams of 85% dark chocolate. Then we have here 100 grams of blueberries going in, so nice colourful mixture here. Pre-workout meal, everything picked so it digests well and tastes fucking banging as well. So we'll get a little bit of a taste of this going. Spot on. I fucking love this meal. Bit of hot sauce in there. I still melt the dark chocolate in even though I'm not on prep. I just really like how it tastes, to be honest. Yeah, so I've decided I'm going to train at Arkham today. Just, this is one thing like from prep that I have, is like this permanent like time stress, I guess you could call it. It's like I always just want to be like hitting everything to the minute. Like, so I have my to-do list to do, which obviously makes sure I get everything done, but it's like my body's on like a fucking limiter. Like I'm just going at 100 mile an hour all the time, just trying to get stuff done. And it was like that on prep even more, but even still now in this kind of post period, you know, my brain is still hitting the limiter. Like I just need to almost try and like relax a bit, but it's just because I'm trying to get so much stuff done, and obviously you want to progress with stuff other than the gym. So it's just when you have a lot on your plate. What's that saying? Like don't complain about a lot being on your plate if you wanted to eat. So literally that's the thing right now, is like I'm just so much stuff to do every day, trying to get it all done. And I would really like to go and train at the dock, but it's weird. Like the dock actually isn't that far away, but like let's see let's check on maps how long it would take me to get there. Oh, wrong gym. Yeah, it's like it's 45 minutes, but it's just not 45 minutes away. Like just where it is, it's you have to go through the middle of Belfast, and like you'll always sit in traffic, and that just makes it so much longer to get to. Whereas if there was no traffic, you could get there no bother. Like for example, the gym Newry is like a good bit further than the dock, but you can get there in like 5 minutes extra because you just sit on the motorway the whole time. You don't have to get to the dock. You have to go through the middle of Belfast and then go off this kind of like country road. That just adds up so much time. So I don't really have time today. So we will do a mic'd up session at Arkham, which is the usual gym I train at. But I was just wanting to use the dock's new. You got like a new Atlantis press and stuff, but we'll still have a good session. So trying to push today, like I say, and then we'll rest tomorrow and train pool on Saturday, and then rest Sunday. Start again on Monday, and then from Monday, well, one, Monday's my birthday, and two, will officially be like 4 weeks post show, which is pretty mad. It's going really fast. Like before we know it, it'll be 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks post show, and we will be starting the push up, which will be really cool, and I'll be documenting that all on here. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my pre-workout now, and then I'm gonna do some client check-ins, box off some steps, and then go and train push. Mic'd up push day going on, so hopefully you can hear me. You're a bit far away because I don't have a tripod for the camera, so you're set up currently sitting on the pack deck, but starting the push day off with some single arm machine lateral raises here on this Cybex lateral raise. Try out single arm, see how you like it. It's definitely, you're a lot stronger, but you connect a lot better with your side delt. And ultimately, like first exercise, we want that connection to be there. Really get the most out of the side delt while it's fresh. Doesn't take away from the pressing. Plus, everyone needs bigger side delts. Like if you have massive side delts, massive outer quads, like just that kind of frame will just make you look so much bigger than someone who may even be potentially bigger than you, but they don't have that frame going. I would say even more important if you're someone who isn't like that structurally wide either. Like I'm not narrow, but I'm not like the widest person in the world. Like when you meet somebody with really wide clavicles, you're like, right, fuck, like they are wide. Like they do look different. But yeah, I'm training push today because I've been running upper, lower, upper, but just at this point in my kind of recovery phase. So I'm like 3.5 weeks post show, so 4 weeks this weekend, a month. But like I've just been training really hard. Like with the more food in, you have more energy. You can train a bit harder. I've been going for the sets a lot more, and it's just come to the point where even training 4 days a week, I am battered. But like me and my coach were discussing, so like fatigue, there's like a lot of signs for different things of fatigue. Like your sleep will start to go, your appetite, your digestion, you feel generally more stressed, and like they haven't quite gone yet. So like I can tell they're getting slightly worse, but like if I was just going how my body feels, like I feel like someone has actually kicked the shit out of me. Like I've been jumped. Like even starting here, I feel like I've already trained because I'm just so sore. But if we can push this off for another week, drag this out, and then we'll take a proper deload, recover, chill out for a bit, and like everything is kind of baseline now. Cardio 25 minutes. We're just getting healthy, as they say. And yeah, then we'll start the push up in a few weeks' time. Just escalate everything, food, supplements, everything. But yeah, right, we'll get into this set and enough yapping. I'll just record like one set and everything so that it's not like a fucking 50-minute video, because that actually really annoys me now, is people's gym videos being like an hour long. Like it's not a fucking movie, right? Yep. Whew. Fucking forgot to record that on my actual phone for Instagram, so I'll have to record the back off set for fuck's sake. But really good there. Nice set, like you can tell, like heart rate's up. And it's a really good exercise. I've changed it for a couple of my clients, especially if, for example, me, I struggle a bit with stability in my right shoulder. So one, I'm starting with the right shoulder because it's weaker, and two, an exercise like this, you're locked in from like your feet, and then you're locked in from the shoulder joint, and you can hold on to the bar for even more stability. So it kind of reduces that difference between shoulder to shoulder. And I've implemented that for 3 clients, and they have noticed the difference. They're coming to me going, yeah, I've like gotten way more out of this like weaker delt, just because you're so much more stable. You're doing it single arm, you can focus on it, and it is a good way of kind of fighting around imbalances and stuff. So obviously start with the stronger arm and then match with the weaker side. Second exercise, we have the incline Smith. So I've got 2 plates on here, reverse band, and I'm such a poverty Smith presser, or presser in general. That's why if you look at my physique, my legs overpower my kind of top line and stuff so much, just because I'm such a weak presser. But goal is to change that and not shy away from exercises like this, just because I'm bad at them. Like ultimately, if I can get good at exercises like this, then it'll show my physique, because like they're the areas that I'm literally, there's gaps in my physique, so build up the weak spots. Hopefully make it a strong point at some point would be pretty cool. But you just see like there's like a nice in between thing of using kind of different machines and getting strong, but also kind of these more like, granted this isn't a free weight exercise, but more kind of barbell based exercises. Like if you see people like my coach Reese or Dan Talabi and people like that, like Smith pressing 4 or 5 plates for reps, it's like, that's why the top line is so good. That's why they have big chest. Yes, you can do kind of, I like doing these more like connection exercises as well, but ultimately, like if you get like a big press going, like you'll have a big chest, big shoulders, and the stabilizers will build up as well, in my opinion. And like, it just shows that you can tell if someone has like a big deadlift or a big row. But it's getting that combination of both, and not like just kind of too top. It's like literally everything in life. The correct answer is probably like down the middle. And it's the same thing for the physique development and like building up. You know, you want to do these kind of compoundy brew exercises and get strong, but you also, it's time and place for a science-based, you know, adding more frequency in different places, things like that. And that is a combination I enjoy. But I just need to actually get strong in this. Granted, I'm like peak fucking battered right now, and I haven't done this in fucking God knows how long, so that's why I'm so weak at it. But hopefully build this up. Like I have big goals for this for the off season. I wanted to get to the point, you know, where every like session I'm pressing over 3 plates. That's the kind of goals I'm putting down. I want to have a good press, so we will get this working set going. nice little set there. Felt actually really good. Obviously, like I say, the weight isn't crazy ever in, and I have like a little bit of bother with this right shoulder, but like it feels good. I like reverse band, that it just makes you feel it a lot more in your actual pecs. That's one thing I kind of found with Smith pressing, and why we didn't get on with it in the past, was that I literally couldn't connect with it at all. And one thing I also started doing is I start every session with 2 sets of ab crunch, and I just find on every exercise now I'm able to brace so much better. So give that a go if you're like struggling with bracing an exercise, or even if you don't realise that you're bad at bracing, give it a go and then try the difference, and guarantee you'll notice it. But push is one of these ones where I've always trained by, like, not always, but over the past like few years, I've always trained by myself. Just this gym, just the way it kind of works out. But then for prep, I was training at like the coach gym and stuff, and I got like training with people. And push is one of them ones where like I'd actually love a training partner for, because like for example on that set, I could tell like I was done, but I could probably take in a +1, and them little +1s add up over time, you know, for like stimulus on the actual chest. So obviously for like progressive overload, like getting it exactly in the logbook, maybe it's not the best to take +1s all the time, but in terms of actually like just stimulus, like I do like getting a spot and things like this. But it brings me into kind of the next topic of like atmosphere in the gym. Like I said, I was training at the coach's gym, and the atmosphere was just, you wanted to be a big presser, because you know you're surrounded by people who are big pressing, getting after it. Whereas this gym is top line kit wise, and like you couldn't ask for anything better. Like it is class to training, but it's just dead. Like it's like a library in here, and the time might come, there's no one in here. Really, there's like 2 other people in here, so like it's just dead. And whenever I actually came here, there's no one here. Or if you do come, it's just like more like older people. But and then if you come later on, the gym is just rammed, and it's not rammed with people who are like training hard. It's just busy people taking up the equipment. So it's just one of them things. It's like, so you just can't have everything, can you? Like you just, I would just like to train somewhere where, you know, there's a lot more people just training hard as fuck, getting after it. But ultimately, training isn't even as big a thing here as it is in England. So I do think in the next few years you'll see that kind of build up here in NI, in Ireland, and just like more people get into bodybuilding. And like, there's a lot more bodybuilding gyms already. So I think this kind of mentality of people like training harder and sticking to their diet and stuff will definitely pick up over the next few years. So yeah, I'll catch you with the next exercise. So, exercise, going down on this Cybex Eagle press. It's like technically an incline press, but it's like the world's like, I don't know if this is the flat press, but it's like the most inclined flat press ever. And then the actual incline is like a negative shoulder press, but it feels really good. So obviously we have the high incline, and then this is more like a flat, just slightly incline. And then we do a dip after this, and then fly, then a bit of triceps, and that's us. So yeah, it's just thinking there. What was I gonna say? I actually had something in my head, but just forgot. Oh yeah, there's like a box here. I don't know if you can see it, but you put my feet in it, and essentially what it does is it makes my like knees, hips, and whole like axial skeleton line up a bit better. So it like stops my like hips like turning as much. Maybe overcomplicating the gym, but honestly, give it a go. It feels really nice. I do it on this and the pec deck, and it just allows me to like brace so much better, and I just find I get way more out of like the exercise I'm doing, because my like whole like axial skeleton is like stacked and in line, so it's just like the chest moving my my like arms around my skeleton, if that makes sense. But it's just overall, box makes it feel nice. So no need to overcomplicate it too much. But let's get into this.
like left side locked out, right shoulder just couldn't, like I gave out first, but it has been getting better. I'm doing it. I just need to do a bit more single arm trap work. I really want to sort this out before I start the push up, because it's honestly just held my physique back over the years so much, just this fucking instability in the right shoulder. But I'm hoping that if I like try and address the trap and balance and then train with like a spotter to like help me get them reps, that will help with stabilization. But if anyone knows any other things I can implement, feel free to comment and let me know. I am all ears. Next exercise, we're doing a dip, but the tricep focus version. So you have the incline, then the flat, and then tricep focus, like compound. But sometimes I change it up because my arms are like, I really want to burn my arms. Sometimes like on my other day, I'll start with the tricep compound, like a JM press. Just hit the tricep while it's fresh. But I've only ever done this on the kind of chest, so like the wider grip. So we're giving this like narrow tricep grip I go today. Make sure the seat is like nice and low. We're getting full range like the whole way up, as if we're getting really deep in an actual dip. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just doing 2 sets in every exercise because like that's literally all I can recover from at the moment. And like it does feel good. Like probably granted, I'm so fucking smashed today that like it's not the best feeling sets ever, but I do connect really well with all these exercises, and I'm getting like quite good pumps. So that is a win in my books. Right, let's get it.
Post-workout meal going in, so we have pretty much the same as the pre, just without the fat source. So it's 160 chicken, packaged jasmine rice, half pack of sticky rice, 15 grams of jam, 50 grams of kimchi for the veg, a little bit of peppers, a bit of hot sauce, and then a banana, and then water obviously. But yeah, really enjoyed this meal as well. I'm just a simple guy who just loves chicken and rice. But yeah, that was actually a good session overall. Got a decent bit of a pump going, so happy enough with that. Obviously a lot paler than whenever I competed, so it's weird seeing myself fucking getting this pale. But yeah, overall a good session. Feeling pretty battered like by the end of the session. The kind of mind muscle connection was starting to go, like I wasn't connecting the best with the sets. But I'll take a rest day tomorrow, train pull, take a rest day, and then we'll go upper, lower, rest. Like obviously we'll be into next week at that point. But yeah, so it's just 4 days a week training at the moment. I just base it off literally how I feel in the morning, or like my body's feeling. If I don't want to train, I don't train. Which is nice about the 4 day. 4 day, you can just base it off kind of how you feel. But yeah, I'm gonna get this meal in me, and then I'll catch you with the next meal, and I'll talk a little bit about kind of something I've been kind of struggling with is off-plan meals. So not that I've been like binging, it's actually the opposite, but I'll talk about it with the next meal. Meal number 4 here, so you can see that without it tilting. So we have 200 gram of beef mince, 1 pack of jasmine rice, 50 grams of kimchi, mixed like salad, and an apple. So obviously rice, easy carb source, meat, red meat, good source of vitamins and minerals. And then we have like the 2-calorie sweet chili mixed with some hot sauce here. So what I wanted to actually touch on was one thing I actually struggle with is eating off plan. So for example, my family are going out for dinner tonight, and like this isn't like me like a flex of like, oh, I'm so dedicated or whatever, but like they were like asking me, oh, do you want to come with? And it's like in my head I'm like, I actually do want to go with you because it's my sister's results, but like I really do not want to go off plan, and like I really struggle to go off plan, especially because my weight like spiked up this morning. So I'm like, right, my weight's already spiked up, like how the fuck can I have another off plan meal? My weight is spiked. But the reason I've actually opted for not going is because we are going out next weekend, I think, for me and my sister's birthday, and then not the weekend after that, but the weekend after that we're going out for my other sister's birthday. So it would have ended up, I would have had like 3 off plans in a month, which is just like too much for me. Especially it's just the timing. Like if it was like not peak off season, but if we were really in the off season, I would just go for all 3. But it's just that like I'm in this post show period where my body feels like so sensitive to food and like fatigue that like I don't want to just like have loads of off-plan meals, while we're in this like little area in between, and potentially kind of skew my weight. Because one thing that can happen is the less you eat off plan, the more your actual baseline food can go up. Because if you're eating off plan every week and your surplus comes from the off plan every week, so like you're on plan all week, you eat the off plan, your weight bumps up, you'll never really get a baseline food increase. Because why would your coach increase your food if like you're bumping up every week anyways, from the off plan meal? So like that's kind of a reason to you stay on plan a bit more in the off season, is to actually get your baseline food up. And then obviously if your baseline food's up, you're less likely to store that food as fat if it's spread across the week, just in a smaller surplus, like as compared to like one big surplus on one day, because the nutrients and stuff can get partaken better and used towards like training and things like that a lot better. So definitely is one thing to like think about if you're kind of spamming off plan meals all the time. But yeah, definitely something I want to do in the off plan in the off season is allow myself to have a few more off plans. Like how I usually run it is I'll do it if it's an occasion. So like for example, these birthdays coming up, go out for the birthday, or like I probably should have went out for this exams, but fuck it, like I've made my choice now, so I'm not going to sit and like I don't really care either way. Like I like off plan food, but I also really enjoy my normal meals. So it's not like I'm like missing out in terms of like I'm almost thinking, right, I can have 1 off plan meal or 2 normal meals. I'd rather eat 2 meals kind of thing. But yeah, that's just my kind of thought process in the whole thing. So if people want to drop their opinion, let me know, because it is something I genuinely kind of struggle with, is like allowing myself to eat off plan. Because one thing I think about as well is I'm not like this crazy genetically gifted guy. I just like do everything to a T. So like if I do everything to a T and I stand on stage beside these people who are like genetic freaks, I can like half hold my own because I'm just like so on the ball. Whereas like if I'm like genetically not as good as them and I'm like eating off plan all the time, like I'll get fucking smoked. So I don't know, maybe I need to like relax, and that would benefit my physique more, by eating off plan. Not obviously not like an extreme of I'm eating off plan all the time, but like maybe if I was to just chill out and have a few more off plan meals, that would actually benefit me from being more relaxed. But yeah, just want to hear people's opinion on this and see if anyone's kind of in the same boat. But we will get stuck into this meal anyways because it looks fucking banging. That's why I fucking struggle to eat off plan. This is fucking unreal. So I'm gonna enjoy this and then I'll get back to you with the final meal of the day. Here we have the final meal of the day going in. So we've got 200 ml of this kefir drink for a probiotic for the gut. We then have 50 grams of oats, 50 grams of ASN rice pudding, 45 grams of Perform Whey, 20 grams of 100% dark chocolate, and 100 grams of pineapple. So I have a serving of fruit with every meal that I have now. That's just to get my 5 a day in. So just a simple thing that I'm gonna eat for this off season is to get a lot more micronutrients in, and a lot just more nutrients and vitamins in general. So on a training day, I make sure to get my 5 fruit and veg in a day, and then I get like 3 in or 4 in the rest day, just because I don't have carbs in my first meal, so there's no fruit there. But yeah, really enjoy this meal. Look forward to getting it in me. Then, what was I gonna say? Like, as the diet kind of goes on, I'll just keep the fruits consistent. So I'll not, if I'm adding carbs to my diet, I won't add the carbs via more fruit. Like, these will just remain consistent factors, and then carbs will come from increasing like the rice pudding, things like that, honey, jam, other stuff to get the carbs up, not ones with lots of kind of fiber in it and things that may affect your digestion. So we just want to get the carbs that we're increasing to the diet from simple carb sources. So I'll give you a little taste test of this. It's sensational. I just love this, like, nice warm bowl of oats is just so like homey. It makes me feel like I just live in like a little cottage in the hills. Just made this on the stove and just sitting after a long day's work. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this now, and then that is the video done for the day. So hopefully you enjoyed the wee mic'd up session. Get a quick look at all my meals right now. So I think my calories at the moment on a training day are like 4,230 or something like that. It's like 250 protein, 650 carb, like 50 grams of fat. But this is just for the recovery phase, and then only a few more weeks of this, and then we will probably look to start our actual off season. So the food will probably go up from there, which will be fun, as when my hunger is still like ravenous. Like, one of the reasons I actually didn't go out for that off plan today was because they weren't going out until 7:30. So like they've just left to drive like half an hour to get there, because I have this at 7. But it was like 4 o'clock when I usually have my other meal, and I was literally just sitting there starving. I was like, nah, I'm not waiting till that time to eat, because I need to eat right now. So yeah, hopefully, ideally we keep this hunger up for as long as possible, because if we can go through the whole off season, where obviously eventually it'll get to the point you don't want to eat, your appetite is not there, but if we can keep this hunger up where it's like I'm literally dying for each meal, like that can only be a good thing. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one, which